Dear students, so in the last class we have discussed about the diversity in languages and diversity in India. So now let us discuss about the diversity in the religion. The India's diversity is also lies in the fact of that followers of the major religions lives here. Which are the major religions lives in India? Hinduism, Islam, Christianism, Jainism, Buddhism, and Sikhism are the major religions lives in India. And the followers of these religions, for example, the followers of the Hinduism is called a Hindus, the followers of Islam religions are called a Muslim, the followers of the Sikhism called a Sikhs, the followers of the Jainism called a Jains, the followers of the Christianism is called a Christians, and the followers of the Buddhism are called a Buddhist. Okay, and they have the different places to worship and different religious practices. For example, the Hindus are worships in the temples. The Muslims are pray in the masjid. The Christians are pray in the church. So the Sikhs are pray in the Sikhs prayer hall. So then who is the founder of the Buddhism? Gautama Buddha was the founder of Buddhism. So like that, all the religious followers have the different places to the worship and different religious practices. And even our constitution also gives the equal rights or gives the all the citizens to practice all the citizens to practice their own religions with their wishes. Means, so we have the six fundamental rights. What are the six fundamental rights? Right to equality, right to freedom of religions, right to against exploitation, right to constitutional remedies, and right to establish the educational institution. So these are the six fundamental rights. So in this six fundamental rights, we have the right to freedom of religions. Means we can practice any religions of our wishes. So any individual cannot be forced to practice their culture and traditions. That is our wishes. Means, so our constitution provides or all the citizens are free to follow their own culture and traditions and to practice their own religions. All the religions are equal before the law. So no one religion or no one individual is above the law. All the religions are equal before the law. All the constitution has given the equal status to all the religions. So all the religions are equal before the law. So that's why we are called India is a secular state. So now let us discuss about the diversity in regional areas. So how the diversity in regional areas? The differences in a climatic conditions, the differences in climatic conditions in the different regions in India bring diversity and in their lifestyle of the peoples. See, for example, if you come to the South India, so we have the during the summer season we have the normal temperature. During the winter season we have the normal cold. But if you go to the Jammu and Kashmir or northern India, there will face a extreme cold. And if you go to the Rajasthan, during the summer season, there is a extreme art. There is a extreme art. Like that, the differences in climatic conditions in the different regions of India bring a diversity in their lifestyles and lifestyles of the people. This lifestyle including their dresses, food habits, festivals, etc. For example, the dresses like a saris or and dhotis are worn in the many parts of the country, but their lifestyle is totally different. The style which they worn is totally different. For example, if for example, the Rajasthan people wear the turbans. See, this is the turbans. The Rajasthan people wear the turbans as a headgear to protect themselves from the extreme hot and sandstorms. So, in the same way, the people of Kashmir wear the woolen firans, means woolen cloths, woolen firans. Why? To keep themselves warm in winter. See, during the Rajasthan is extremely hot in the summer season, but while the Jammu and Kashmir is extremely cold during the winter season. And so, because of this reason, the people of Kashmir wear the woolen firans to keep themselves warm in the winter season. And this this dressing style is are not typical of the place of their origin. They have adapted by the people elsewhere in India. For example, salwar and kameez. So the salwar as kameez is a dress worn practically in all over India because they is easy to adaptability. And we have the two types of family system. Our family is also diverse. Our family system is also diverse. We have the two types of families. One is nuclear families and one more is joint family. So these nuclear families and joint families are exist side by side in modern India. So in most of the regions, for example, we have in most of the regions in India. So we have the two types of family system. One is a patriarchal family system and one more is matriarchal family systems. In some most of the regions in India, we have the patriarchal system. Patriarchal system is in this system, so the man is the head of the family. The man is the male member is the head of the family. And what about matriarchal system? In Kerala, in some parts of the India, Kerala, so we have the matriarchal family system. In this matriarchal family system, so female member is the head of the family. So this is about the diversity in family system. So in the next class, let us discuss about the diversity in food and festival and regional disparity. Thank you.